How did white people become white people? I'm so glad you asked. I find that most white people have no idea how they came to identify as white. And because they don't know that history, they often fundamentally misunderstand the legitimate critiques of white identity politics. White people didn't exist before the middle of the 17th century, as in the middle of the 1600s. And if that rings a bell, it should. More on that later. This isn't to say that lighter-skinned people didn't exist. Of course they did. Europe is a real place with real people who have been there for a very long time. They just didn't identify as white people. They were Englishmen, Dutch, Greek, Gaul, Scythian. Princeton history professor Dr. Nell Irvin Painter chronicles the invention of this diasporic pan-European white identity in her book, The History of White People. She demonstrates how white identity was constructed primarily as a differentiation from black identity, an identity that colonizers and human traffickers made synonymous with enslavement and inferiority. And so the myth of whiteness, moral purity, superiority, and ruling destiny was born, which is kind of ironic, since the origins of the term slave referred to Slavic folks, white people. Whiteness is and always has been a political identity, a fraternal order, a loyalty rewards program that depends entirely on all of its members agreeing to maintain the myth. And let me tell you, some folks are working very hard to maintain it.